back to Let's Talk. This is me, Meera, your trainer for the day. I've got few different phrases and words for you to replace saying I messed up or when you say I fucked up. Now, why have I got this for you in the first place? I think that people make mistakes, we make mistakes. Sometimes your head is not in the right place. Sometimes your mood is not right. Sometimes it's just probably not your day, or probably you are not ready to get out of your holiday and you keep making mistakes. Okay, but just because you make mistakes doesn't mean you have to stick to the same boring method of saying, hey, I'm sorry, I messed up. There's so many different ways to say I messed up, and we're going to take a look at that. Now, these ways and methods could be probably giving reasons why you messed up before saying I messed up, and in a way, you're indirectly anyway saying, I'm sorry, it was my fault. Okay, let's quickly start taking a look at all these different ways of saying I messed up. Let's quickly begin, guys. I did my work in a tizzy. That's your first one. Now, when you say tizzy, you actually mean that you were nervous and you were excited at the same time, and that's why you made a mistake. Probably you were asked to prepare a presentation and you jumbled up all the points. So you were supposed to put one point here, but you put it somewhere else, and you want to say sorry to your manager. So you can say, I'm sorry, I actually, I did my work in a tizzy. You're wanting to say that you were nervous. You make mistakes when you go on stage. Probably that's because you were not in the right headspace and you probably delivered in a tizzy. Okay, let's quickly move on. I was bummed out. This is actually sort of a reason to give when you mess up. Bummed out means you were upset or you were annoyed, and that's why you made a mistake. It was not on purpose. It was because you were not having a good day. Nothing was happening the way you wanted it to happen. You woke up late, the alarm didn't ring, you did not eat, the breakfast did not come on time, you did not reach office on time, the boss yelled at you. So you were really bummed out, and that's why you made mistakes. So when you say bum out, you mean annoyed or upset. Moving on, you can also say, I ruffled up the work. I'm so sorry. You were probably asked to arrange few documents in line and in order, and you can say I ruffled. That means you kept everything in incorrect order. You disarranged everything and you ruffled up. And that is when I can understand that, oh, she has made a mistake. She ruffled up everything. So ruffled up means disarranged or disorder. Okay, that's one way to say that you made a mistake. Okay, moving on. I botched it. I'm so sorry, I botched it. You're actually trying to say that you were careless about it. You were careless. Or you were clumsy. Your parents gave you a new laptop, but you broke it. Why? Because you were clumsy. So you can go and say sorry to your parents, and you can say, I'm so sorry, Mom and Dad, I botched it. I did not mean to. That means you were just clumsy and you were careless. Don't do that. Okay, moving on. I goofed up. All right, what does goof up mean? That you were just silly. You were not taking things seriously. So probably in a relationship, you can always tell your next partner, or you can confess to your current partner that, I'm so sorry, love, I goofed up. I did not mean to do that. That means you were silly and you were not taking things seriously. Okay, that is goofing up. All right. So people actually end up saying that, right? Don't goof around. Come home on time, right? That is what goof up means. You're being silly. Well, next up is I wrecked it. Now, guys, wrecking something is actually worse than botching something. You're just being careless. But when you wreck something, you actually destroy it. You destroy it. Probably you're learning how to drive a car and then you just bang it in a wall and you want to apologize to your father, your mother, or the person who is teaching you how to drive. You say, I'm sorry, I wrecked it. I did not mean to. My mind is not in the right place, okay? Or I made a mistake. I goofed up and I wrecked it. Okay, here's how you can mix match as well. So you've destroyed it. That's what you mean when you say wrecking something, okay? My foul. Now, this is a very, very common terminology used in games. Now, this just means a basic mistake or a general mistake. You get a notice in your office that tomorrow, all of you are supposed to gather for a meeting at 11 a.m. sharp, and you end up reaching there by 11:30, and you didn't even know that you were supposed to go for the meeting. So you can apologize by saying, it's my foul, I was not paying attention, right? So it was your mistake, my foul. All right, moving on to I psyched out, which means I was losing my mind and that's why I did not do things correctly. And that's why I'm sorry that I messed up. So you were completely psyched out about things. You were losing your mind. Let me write it here. And that's why you made a mistake. I'm sorry, I psyched out, and that's why I made a mistake. Got it? Perfect. I tipped over. That means you forgot something. You made a mistake by forgetting something. Tipped over means forgot. To just miss something. So usually it's also a physical thing to do. So like I tipped over something, a stone, a pebble that I did not see in my way. Again, you fell down and that's why you wrecked your clothes. Okay, so this is another way to mention how you messed up. And lastly, we have a word called tousled. Now, tousled, what does that mean? It means making something untidy, all right? Tousled, untidy. All right? So you usually have your cupboards or wardrobes which are untidy. So you will say that that's completely tousled. How can you live with that? That means your mother or your father is trying to say that that you have an untidy room. Please clean it up. Or you can say that, hey, I'm so sorry. The whole work is very tousled. I will do it all over again. I'm sorry, don't mind, I will do the project all over again. It's completely tousled. That means it's untidy. All right? Now, these were different ways to express that you messed up. There were reasons behind these phrases and these words which you can use for the other person to understand that, hey, it's fine, you understand that you made a mistake and that you would not repeat it. All right? And now that you have so many ways to express, make sure that you don't make a mistake. But if you do, express it well so that others can accept your apology and you can move on. Okay, well, that's all I had for today, guys. I will see you very soon with another interesting topic, another interesting lesson. But make sure that you're practicing, you're smiling, you're spreading love. This is me, Meera, signing off for the day, guys. Bye.